Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD StarCraft, and I'm here to bring you guys game number 3 between Stephano and MC from Red Bull Battleground semifinals in Austin, Texas. Stephano is going to be the red Zerg at the top left-hand corner of Antigua Shipyard, wishing the good luck, have fun to his opponent. Of course, MC returning the favor. He is going to be the blue Protoss at the bottom right. And this has been an earth-shattering matchup so far. Two of the most well-known players in the world. Is that grammatically correct? I don't even know. Too excited now to even worry about the grammar police. But very, very stoked about this match. And it is tied up now, 1-1. Stephano in the first game getting crushed by a well-timed and executed 7-gate. Second game, Stephano exercising his willpower over MC after MC decided to go for a Stargate play. Didn't pan out. I think MC pretty much did not do the damage he needed to do, and that costed him majorly in the late game because he just was so far behind. We'll see if this game they play a more straight-up matchup, more of a conventional, you know, Stephano says, I'm going to max roaches, and MC says, I'm going to go to 3 bases, and I'm going to max a huge Protoss army, and then we're going to do battle as I have my mothership. That's what we usually see in the late game ZVP, as I would say it's the second most stable matchup behind ZVT, and we'll see what happens. Terran vs. Protoss actually pretty stable as well. All the non-mirror matchups obviously have stability, mirror matchups being very volatile, with ZVZ and PvP being just, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. But I'm very excited also because Heart of the Swarm is coming very soon. And I think it's going to be about next year. Very stoked about that expansion because there's going to be such a huge change to the way we play StarCraft 2. You know, when Brood War came for StarCraft 1, it completely re-landscaped the battlegrounds for StarCraft Brood War, for the professional scene. You had lurkers, you had marines and medics. Medics made marines viable, and that's what's going to happen in StarCraft 2's expansion, Heart of the Swarm. There's going to be new units, and it's going to change the whole landscape of the game, and I'm very excited to see what happens. I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent. I'm just so excited because StarCraft 2 is the best, and you know, when all the expansions come out, Heart of the Swarm and Legacy of the Void, and the game is fully up to date. I shouldn't say up to date, but fully updated. Man, I cannot imagine what the pro scene will be like, especially with the pros coming over from StarCraft Brood War now. It is the time. It is the time for StarCraft 2. It is the leader in esports today, and we'll just have to see what happens. MC here going with the Forge Gateway expand at the front door after the Nexus. Overlord will confirm that once again. Very similar setting as we saw on Ohana. Stephano should be very careful this time. He should keep the Overlords around the Protoss base. Didn't do that on Ohana. He did do that on the last match. You know, that's very important, so you can scout out that 7-gate timing attack, which MC seems to execute very, very well. Queen now at the natural expansion there for injection. We have a third hatchery coming up from Stephano. No surprises there. We should see the gases coming up within the next minute or two as he prepares to ramp up his economy into roach production. Roachling production, that is, and maybe some infestors as well if the game gets going. And MC right now on 2 bases, just mining off of 1 gas. Does not have the cybernetic score up yet. It's actually a little bit later, but we'll see. Usually when Protoss gets the Forge up first, it's for the cannons, for defensive purposes, but they can also invest that first amount of gas for the upgrade. They can get 100 gas into the +1 weapons and then 50 gas into the warp gate. And right now, MC has about 100 gas right on time for... Well, this only costs 50 gas, so he's going to drop 50 into the warp gate, and he can drop the next 100 into +1 weapons and get his technology started for this war between Stephano and himself. He's moving out across the map right now with a Zealot and a Probe. You might be wondering, well, why does Protoss always bring a Probe with that Zealot? It's because it can add additional firepower in the controls, in the hands of a good controlling player like MC or Huck. That Probe can actually add a lot of damage for the Zealot, and it can also be microed around with the shield regenerating. Also, it can threaten the Zerg into thinking, oh my god, you're going to bring in units on the warp gate or something crazy like that. So it can also block off hatcheries. So it's a nice unit to just bring along for the ride. Now going to be split off to scout to the bottom left for a ninja hatchery, it looks like, or we might have this Probe build a proxy pylon over here or something crazy. We'll just have to see. The Probe now just kind of moving around the map. It is under this vision of the Overlord, and oh, Stephano sees the Probe, pulls the Overlord over away just a little bit so the Probe cannot see the Overlord, and now it looks like a pylon is coming up, but Zerglings have already been sent down south, and they will deal with that. But look at this! Oh my god, MC gonna do the same exact thing again. Did not drop 100 gas into the +1 weapons. It's the same play he did on Ohana, identical to the dotting of the I's and crossing of the T's. It's a 7-gate, and we are going to have massive aggression once again from MC. The pylon to the bottom left, a complete ploy, a ruse, if you will, to pull the Zerglings away so that pylons could be erected in the middle of the map, but Stephano's hot on it. He sees the incoming units. He got the scout he needed to get. He needs to build spine crawlers right now, or perhaps he's just going to save up his minerals for roaches. He's trying to make roaches right now, 7 roaches. Also throwing down a spore crawler, maybe worried about an air unit coming in with the mix as well. I would have preferred to see spine crawlers coming up, but he's just playing it safe, and this could be painful, man. This is a very nice position for Protoss with the rocks they can break down as well. Stephano's going to be very hard pressed to hold this off. He's making 24 Zerglings and 7 roaches right now, but he doesn't have the speed upgrade yet. Sword crawler, not really consequential to this matchup, and Stephano needs to wait. He needs to wait for more units to come in. I don't know why he's engaging right now. Perhaps he's worried about the reinforcements arriving and therefore strengthening the ball of the Protoss, so he's coming in with everything he's got. 1 Stalker falls, 2 Stalkers fall. Stephano needs to finish off these Stalkers, going after them. 3 Stalkers have fallen, 3 still alive. Units continue to warp in. Zealous just shredding the Zerglings apart. Speed is about to kick in, and Speed has kicked in. That's a save. It's a godsend for Stephano. Might just be enough for him to hold this up, but units continue to warp in. He needs to throw down spine crawlers so badly right now, but he just cannot afford to do it. And MC has made his way up the ramp, thrusting himself into a victorious position. If he can kill off the hatchery, it's a win for him. And Stephano knows that he cannot allow this hatchery to go up. I'm so surprised he hasn't sent Zerglings to kill off this pylon yet. It's the point of reinforcements, but he's got all of his units up on his base rather than trying to kill off the pylon. And if he sends some Zerglings down there, he could actually pull the Zealots away, thereby acting offensively as a defense. But he's not. Can he hold this off? Nevertheless, he's got roaches and Zerglings coming out, flooding and surrounding the Zealots, but more Zealots coming in right now, and this is such a close game. Oh my god. Only 2 drones have fallen so far. Income showing that Stephano has more drones right now. MC not letting up though. His foot is smashed all the way down on the pedal, and he's going to try to give it all he's got, but he's falling back. He's losing terrain. It's like a tug of war. It looks like Stephano gaining a little bit of ground here, gets the Zerglings around the Zealots as he warp in, and I think Stephano, no, he cannot. He has to pull back for more roaches, and this is just a complete mess. It's just both sides just sending units all at a time, trying to break the other opponent's back. And can they do it? It looks like Stephano is going to win. Stephano has killed off the remaining Zealots and is going to push his army away now. MC, I don't think he can warp it. He is going to warp it. Oh my god. There is no transition for MC. MC's just going to go all in with this attack. He's going to try to end the game here and now. Has not dropped any technology. The production tab is empty for MC. And I don't think that was a wise decision. I don't think warping in more units there was key. I think he should have just stopped warping and just went right into the next level of research and technology. But kudos to Stephano for holding that off. What a wonderful job right there by him. Pushes out, takes out the pylon, and now has leeway on the middle of the map of Antigua Shipyard. Complete map control, complete dominance here from Stephano. Pushes out, breathing a heavy sigh of relief, no doubt, as sweat must be dripping down his face here. And Stephano coming out into the middle of the map here, now encroaching on Protoss territory. Of course, Protoss has a distinct defensive advantage with the wall off and with the sentries. I don't know if Stephano will try to shove his way up here. I think Stephano's best course of action is just throw down another hatchery and macro. Actually, he's bringing a drone in the mix as well. What the heck is this drone for? Creeps pooping, creeps pooping overlords, overlords pooping creep. Oh no, Stephano, you're not going to do it. He is going to do it. Throwing up a proxy hatchery. He's going to try to block off, he's going to block off the 3rd Nexus, and also he can bring in units right away here. This is like the shortest reinforcement point you could hope for as Zerg, almost like a proxy pylon in and of itself. MC now trying to desperately get his next round of upgrades out. In fact, this might be the first round of upgrades. It is. Remember, guys, he did not invest any gas into the +1 weapons. And damn, this is going to be very, very difficult for MC to get back into this game. He's thrown away so much. He's down a base. There's a base right outside his base, and he's completely cornered in. He cannot move out right now unless he gets some type of a distinct advantage. I would say, you know, Warp Prism is a great unit to get out at this point in time, just to try to get a little drop action and do a little backstab and pull these units away so you can get some breathing room. But he doesn't have a robotics facility yet. It's about to warp in. There it is. Will you get a Warp Prism? Or an Observer first. Observer coming out first. Gonna throw down the support base. So he's gonna try to get Colossus and slowly siege his way out of his base. But man, it's gonna take some time for that Colossus to come out. And, you know, it's 168 supply to 87. So MC really on the back foot. Can he get back in this game? Spire now coming on the way. A Hydroden as well from Stephano. And anytime you see a Zerg throw up a Hydroden when they're in this position, I think of one thing. He's going for a Roach Hydra bust at the front door. But he is also getting a Spire too. So I don't know. We'll see. Hydra's also a very, you know, it's a nice unit when you know your opponent is behind and doesn't have tech for Colossus. If he doesn't have Colossus, Hydras are wonderful. They own. But they can also be your downfall. If you invest too heavily into Hydras and then bam, Templar or Colossus come out, or charge lots, then you're kind of screwed. But I think Stephano has a very good grasp on this game, has another hatchery coming up. No gold minerals here on Antigua, as most tournaments now don't run that because it's too spiky, your resource intake. If you get that, it's just too much of an advantage. And there's the first Hydra making a cameo appearance. It seldom seen in this matchup, but I think it's going to be for a bust here. He's got to be, you know, just preparing himself. Maybe just making Hydras for the hell of it, who knows. But like I said, it's still a good unit if Colossus are now. Colossus is coming right now, though, for MC. If he can get... Alright, if he can get one Colossus, he's going to feel much more comfortable. He's actually got a sizable army. If he can get like 2, 3, maybe 4, oh man, he can definitely push out and maybe secure this hatchery. Remember, Stephano still doesn't have Hive Tech. Stephano actually, by going Hydras, has delayed his Hive Tech, will not have Brood Lords out for some time. So the Colossus here are going to be wonderful for MC, and he won't need a mothership right away because there won't be Brood Lords yet. But at the same time, I think we're going to have an attack. I mean, Stephano's got to be making an attack. With this many units, the Observer sees it all. Oh! Overseer says, you see me, I see you. And, oh man. Oh! Overseer now going to spot the high ground. And almost like a TVT here, don't build your buildings on the perimeter of your base because they will go down. Changeling comes out, Stalkers take that down. Stalkers now on the high ground. But this is a very weird position for MC. He can't really defend the gateways. A, because he doesn't have enough firepower to deal with this many units, and B, because the gateways are in the way of saving themselves. And so he might just lose 2 here. And, yep, 2 warp gates going to go down, hindering production from MC. MC's actually not doing too shabby in supply. He's only down by 40. And he's still got defensive advantage here. But, you know, all Stephano has to do is just wait here and claim all the bases on the map. Well, not all the bases, but a distinct advantage. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now to 2. And the longer he waits like this, the more resources he's banking. Now, 4,000 minerals. He's just got to start to work on the gas. Although, I guess a lot of that gas just went into 11 corruptors, so that's okay. And, it, you know, he's going to have a very big advantage when the 2 armies collide. That's what's going to happen. Looks like this hatchery, haha, MC has seen it. MC's like, you sly dog, you, and he kills it off. And, you know, even though you kill off this hatchery, it's still kind of annoying because the creep takes some time to recede, so that Nexus won't be coming for a while. MC knows that. I don't even think MC's going to try to expand here. You know, we saw in the last game he said, okay, throw my hands up, I'm just going to attack. I think he's going to do that now. There's no way he can catch up if he tries to get a Nexus. His best hope here, make an attack, pray for the best. Here we go. 3 Colossus on the field. Not enough Corruptors to deal with this many Colossus, I don't think. MC not minding the Colossus back, though. Going to lose 1. It's hard, though. He's got a concave on all sides. And not a good position for MC at all, as he loses another Colossus. The final one will probably drop here, and even though Stephano might lose the battle here, he is not going to lose the war. Remember, he banked a ton of resources, 41 roaches coming out right now, and MC cannot hope to reinforce at that rate. That's what's going to happen, as 41 roaches hit the field, and this army is going to get smothered in roach acid. Ugh, that sounds disgusting, but it's going to happen, and not really much that MC can do about that. Here we go, 54 Lings on the way as well. And Stephano just playing the war of attrition, sends everything up the ramp, and there's the GG from MC, 2-1. Now in favor of Stephano, and Stephano is now 1 game away from winning this this matchup. If he wins the next game, it is 3-1. Congrats, and he will go on. Once again, let's just look at this last kind of... MC says, screw it, I'm coming out. I'm coming out, and we'll see what I can do about you. Not much. And here we go, here we go, here we go. This sucked right here, losing the 2 warp gates. I have to say, that was a little painful. But at least MC tried. Here we go. Comes out, kills off the hatchery. It's like, lol, 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 lol. But I agree with his decision here. No reason in, you know, staying back and trying to macro. And he comes out. Look at the positioning from Stephano. That's really good. I love the concave over on all sides. And Stephano knows right here, okay, my army's not going to win. I have Hydras, lol, you know, Colossus really good against Hydras, so are Charge Lots. Although the Zealots don't have Charge, but I know that even if I lose this battle, I have 5,000, 1,000. And I have 33 larvae, actually more than that, because he made 32 roaches right now. So, you know, it was just very smart play by Stephano, and nothing could have saved MC there. Well done. 2-1. I'll see you guys in the next game. This is HD signing out.